we're on Chapter 1, Lesson 2, Ratios. Please turn to page 19. I have a guest speaker. Boyce is going to do the real world link for us.
Real world link. Dogs. In her dog walking business, Mrs. DiCarvio walks 2 large dogs and 8 small dogs. Compare the number of small dogs to large dogs. Use blue counters to represent the large dogs. Use red counters to represent the small dogs. So I have 2 large dogs, so we're going to have 2 blue counters. And we have 8 small dogs, so we're going to have 8 red counters. There are blank more small dogs than large dogs. 2 plus 6 equals 8, so there are 6 more small dogs than large dogs. 2 times 4 equals 8. There are blank times as many small dogs as large dogs. There are 4 times as many small dogs as large dogs. 8 minus 6 equals 2. There are 6 fewer large dogs than small dogs. 6 divided by 4.
8 divided by 4.
8 divided by 4, sorry. The number of large dogs is 2/8 the number of small dogs, which when it's simplified equals 1/4.
Excellent job, Boyce. Now, let's go ahead and put an L here and an S here. If you put labels, it will make it easier. Turn the page. Thank you, Boyce. All right, so we're talking about ratios. Ratios are a comparison of amounts or quantities. The key to a ratio is that they have something in common. So they're common elements. This will be important because the next lesson is on rates. So in ratios, they're common elements. Now, what they are not is fractions. This is important because they're not mixed numbers either. So when you have your ratio and you're simplifying it, what you cannot do is make it into a mixed number, because really they are not a fraction, they're a comparison of 2 amounts. There are 3 ways to write a ratio. You can use the word to, you can use a colon, or you can represent it as a fraction. But again, remember, it's not a fraction, but it can be represented as a number over a number. In this case, they're talking about red paper clips and blue paper clips. So we know that there are 2 red and 6 blue. So then the ratio is 1 red to 3 blue paper clips. In example number 1, again, we're dealing with red paper clips and blue paper clips. So this is the same one as above, except for this time they've grouped them into 2 groups, because we know that we can simplify 2 over 6 to 1 over 3. Now, I'm going to talk about labels. It's extremely important to put labels. So in this case, I'll use an R and a B. If you put a label, then you won't confuse which one they're talking about. This becomes very important when they switch it around on you. So be very careful that you read. In this case, it's red to blue. So we know red to blue is 1 to 3, 1 to 3, or 1:3. Get it, guys, go. Pause the video. Did you get what I got? In the comparison of sun to moons, and again, it's very important to label so that you get it right. In this case, sun, moon. There are 4 suns to 6 moons. That can be simplified to 2 over 3. It can also be written as 2 to 3 or 2:3. And again, we've compared 2 suns to 3 moons. Turn the page. So we use ratios to compare categorical data. What does categorical data mean? Categorical data are ones that you see normally in a bar graph. They're comparing like items. In this case, we're looking at flavors of gum. We have peppermint, cinnamon, fruit, and spearmint. So it says that to write a ratio comparing the number who choose fruit to the number who choose, to the number of total students. So in this case, I need to add another row and call it total. So everybody draw another row, and we have to add them up. 9 plus 8 plus 3 plus 1 is 21. And again, when I write this, I'm going to make sure that I put a label. I'm comparing fruit to total. There are 3 to a total of 21. This can be simplified to 1 of 7, which can also be written as 1:7 and 1 to 7. 1 fruit to 7 total. In example number 3, we're talking about yogurt sales. We're going to write a ratio that compares the sales of strawberry yogurt to the total sale. So we know, looking at our table, that there are 8 strawberry yogurts sold, and we have to total it again. So we have 3 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8, which is 24. So, again, strawberry to total, and I just use one letter. They wrote it out. Strawberry to total, we know there are 8 to 24. And we know that they have 8 in common. So the greatest common factor of 8 and 24 is 8. Oh, hey, we use greatest common factor. So 8 divided by 8 is 1. 24 divided by 8 is 3. So we know that they sell 3 strawberries out of the total sales. So 1 strawberry to 3 total sales. So 1 out of every 3 yogurts that are sold were strawberry. Get it, got it, go. Pause the video. Did you get what I got? There are 8 cats out of 32 pets sold. That simplifies to 1 out of 4 will be cats. And again, it can be written in 3 forms. 1/4, 1:4, 1 to 4. Remember again that you have to total. So always read the word problems to know what you're doing. In this case, it was cats to the pets. So you had to make a column for pets. Turn the page. Again, most of our problems involve real world problems. In this case, Katie wants to divide her 30 flowers into 2 groups so that the ratio is 2 to 3. We can use a bar diagram to do this. We know that one of the groups of flowers, now again it's 2 different flowers, so we're going to have 12 in one group and 18 in another. In this case, we have 6 and 6, which is 12. 6, 6, and 6 is 18. There's the bell again. And we know that this is divisible by 6, so it simplifies to 2 to 3. So again, we knew that it was 30. And in this case, we have 5 equal sections. So this is flowers group 1, flower group 2, and our total. Please do the guided practice. Pause the video. Okay, check to see if you got what I got. And again, remember you have to use labels. In the case of pens and pencils, they both start with a P, so I use PN for pens and PL for pencils. We know that simplifies to 3/4, so 3 pens to 4 pencils. I used P for pencils and D for dimes, 1 penny to 3 dimes. In the fruit, in this case, I made a table over in the right-hand corner because I needed to get a total number of fruit. In this case, bananas were 5, fruit was 25. That simplifies to 1 out of 5, so we know that 1 banana out of 5 total pieces of fruit. And then the last one was to divide 28 cans of soda into 2 groups using 3 to 4. Now, what I failed to mention in the one above is if you take and you add 3 plus 4, you get 7. And then I need to get out of 28, so I know that 7 goes into 28 4 times, so then all I have to do is multiply each one by 4, and I get my groups. So in this case, I have one group of 12 and one group of 16. So, what do we know they have in common? Greatest common factor. See you tomorrow.